Hey, Switchheads, Kanan here. Hope you're all well, and welcome to my review of Little Kite, a point-and-click game which is definitely more pointed towards adults than the younger crowd. And we will also be finding out whether the game can make it onto the Wall of Fame, or maybe the Wall of Shame, or somewhere within the middle. And as usual, please feel free to click that link below for our community Discord, where we do many streaming activities, and it's kind of fun to hang out and have some fun together. And so with all of that said and done, let's have a look at Little Kite and start with the gameplay. Well, it's a point and click game with a puzzle side to it, and definitely each of the puzzles aren't too taxing, but some of the puzzles are definitely enough to make you think a bit more, and definitely breaks up the whole point and click element of the game. Now, as usual, because it's a story based point and click game, or even just the fact that it's a story based game, I'm going to try and not spoil it for everyone. I'm going to try and get this to be a spoiler free review, and so within that, this review probably is going to be a little bit shorter than a normal one. And within that thought, the actual point and click works quite well. But like most point and click games, you kind of still have to think a little bit like the actual author or the development team in order to solve some problems, as I got stuck in a few little bits during the gameplay. The puzzles, as I said before, works quite well, and there's nothing wrong with them. And the story kind of revolves around a little family and delves into domestic abuse and how these characters handle it. And you kind of see it from different perspectives, not just the one character, and you get to play actual different characters as well. I'm really trying to stay vague here, as the blurb of the game explains some, and I don't really want to go any more in depth than that, as I think I will be heading into spoilery territory. But the story is quite good, but it's definitely an adult story, as there is swearing within the actual game and adult themes as well. Graphically, it's quite a nice looking game in a, I'm not even quite sure what style they call this, but it's quite a nice little style and really fits the mood of the game quite well. Sound-wise, again, unfortunately they didn't voice it. In fact, I thought they were going to voice it from the start of the game, but it ended up they didn't, and it's all written. I don't think this necessarily hurts the pacing of the game in the slightest. It just, to me, if it was voiced, I think it would give it a bit more emotion to the game as well. And I would definitely say that the sound within the game is definitely what you would expect from this sort of game. It's very standard, if you like. And I think I probably would have appreciated a bit more, I don't know, something more from the sound, as sound can really get emotions going. And I think it would have emphasized the theme a bit more and helped with the story. The story is something you don't see very often within games, and I think it's good that these issues are being raised now and being brought to the attention of people in a gaming format, not just films or TV or books and news and the like. The look of the game is very cool, and I think it fits the actual game quite well. The bad, I think a bit more work on the audio and to be voiced would have been really good. The game, for the actual price, is quite short. It's just over an hour, depending on how fast you can get those puzzles done. The grammar wasn't exactly brilliant all the way through the game. The score. Okay, so I did enjoy the game. It was good. It had a good story to tell as well, and evoke certain emotions. I think it's slightly priced too high. If it comes down on a sale, I think I can definitely recommend it, but as it is at the moment, I think a 3 out of 5 is where I'm going to land on this game. If it comes down, as I said, in a sale, then definitely go and pick it up. And as for my alternative, well, I'm going to say what comes after. Another very big roller coaster of this one isn't actually a game per se, it's more of an experience, and it's definitely one that I think is worth playing, and it really does evoke a lot of emotions, and it did with myself. But I will say that before you go and pick what comes after Up, I would definitely go and watch my review, as you definitely need a bit more insight on the actual experience before you go and buy it. And with that, any comments, please leave it down below. Much appreciated. I try to answer every comment that I can. And if you want to take the conversation a bit further or join our streaming community events, then please come and join our community Discord, link below. And as usual, if you've liked anything that you've seen, you know what to do, because life is better when we switch together.